Welcome to the Data Hall YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how do we delete a file, create a folder, or delete a folder. So, we do have to work with files that are there in our on our hard drive, and sometimes within loop, let's just say we are creating certain image, and that there will be multiple images that will be created and then sent to a Word document using put.docx, let's just say. Or there can be different data file that we'll be creating, and there can be thousands of data file that we just want that data file to be created and then deleted within that specific loop, right? Or it can be any other file, right? So what we might want to do is we might want to delete a file or create a folder or delete a folder. So let's start with deleting a file on a hard drive. So for that, we use the erase or rm command. If we are working on Windows, we would use the erase command, or if we are working on Mac, then we would use the rm command. Okay, so how does it work is it's simple. We just write the name of the command and then the name of the file that is there in our current working directory. If you want to set the current working directory, then do check our previous video where we discuss how do we change a working directory. So let's just say we have over here this this image file. Let's say it. Let me copy it over here, and let's say we have this image file in our current working directory and we want to delete this image file. So we have written the name of the file and then the extension, and that file would be deleted. Similarly, we can use rm if we are working on Mac. It's not just the image that we can delete any kind of file that is there on our hard drive, but do remember to use the extension. So for example, there is a data file called example.dta, and if we just write erase example file, then it would say that file example not found. But what actually the issue is that we haven't mentioned the extension. So it's important that we mention the extension. So once we mention the extension, that file will be deleted. So it's mandatory to write the full name and then the extension. So how do we create a folder? We can create a folder within a subfolder within a folder using mkdir. That stands for make directory, and directory is another name for a folder. So let's create folder 2 using mkdir. So if I execute that command, I would get an error because could not create a directory folder 2. The reason is that we already have a folder 2 over here. So what we need to do is, for that to create, we must not have a folder currently over there. We can also create a subfolder within this folder too. So for example, we write mk directory, then we specify the folder 2, and within that folder, we want to create a folder 3, and that would be created. Okay, we can also delete a folder. We simply use rmdir. And if we do that, we have over here a folder called full folder, and there are certain files in that folder. Let's try to delete that folder using rm directory, that is a remove directory. So if we execute that, we know that folder is not removed, and it says that it cannot remove this folder. But the reason is that that folder is not empty. Let's try with this folder 2. We know that it is empty, it does not have a file. Let's see if that is deleted. That is also not deleted. So the reason is that whenever a folder would contain another folder, even if that doesn't contain any files, but that folder would not be deleted if there is any folder or a file within that folder. So we'd have to use, so first we would have to delete these files, and then we would have to remove that folder. So now that folder had been removed. So thanks for watching this video. Do hit the subscribe button and do hit the bell icon.